All right. Thanks everyone for being here. I'm excited for Jill. She's my sponsor to get on here and talk because she's been kicking butt at her sales, and she's definitely an inspiration, someone to look up to. And she's gonna, just tell us what's up and how she does it. And I think she had like a crazy $10,000 sale just last week in one sale. So I know that she's got lots of information and she's a good resource. So I'm excited for her to speak. So thanks for joining, Jill.
Thank you, guys. So I'm Jill. I am Sydney's sponsor. And a couple things. I have a little list here that I wrote out so we can chat. And then if anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to comment or even talk if you want to. And then we can go over questions and answers and stuff like that. So yeah, a couple things about me. I started selling Lularoe January of last year. So I just hit my year mark. And yeah, I had a crazy, crazy month. So I used to do hair, and January and October, horrible months. They were so slow. Never would make any money doing hair in January and October. And so I always felt like that was kind of with retail as well. So I was a little nervous for January, right after Christmas. And I was like, I'm probably not going to sell very much. But you guys, I sold $35,000 this month. Which is crazy, just crazy. I just added it up yesterday and I was like, this is nuts. I can't believe it. So a couple things I want to kind of talk about how you get to that. I posted it in the team page, and I know that it was shared in your guys' team page too, the little post that I made. So I want to kind of touch on that a little bit, and then just talk about how I grew my shopping page and everything like that. So the first thing I want to talk about was just recently my shopping page has really gotten big. Over Christmas, actually, I had about 10,000 people on my page. And then so this is what I did. If you guys don't have a business page on Facebook, I highly recommend having a business page. It's free advertising. So you can definitely pay to boost posts on there, but you do not have to. And the reason it's awesome is this is what I did. For Christmas, I did a giveaway where I gave away 4 pairs of Christmas leggings, which wasn't that much. I mean, I know I didn't have that many. We all had, the limit. I didn't actually get that many. But 4 pairs, that's $100. For the amount of people I had join my page for that $100, it was way totally worth it. So I did a giveaway where I took a picture of the actual 4 pairs of leggings that I was giving away. I think that was key because I know some other people that tried to do it too, and they didn't have as big of a success as how I did. And I think that was key, was they actually got to see what I was giving away. Also, they got to see the cute designs. It wasn't just the photos that everyone else was using that Lularoe released. And it really brought in a lot of people that had never heard of Lularoe before. They saw this picture, had these really cute, gingerbread leggings on it. And so what I did was I didn't require anyone to join my shopping page. What I did was I posted it and I said, I'm going to give away these 4 pairs of leggings. This is what I need you to do. I want you to like my business page. I want you to share this in a public setting. So that was the key part, because I know sometimes we do giveaways on our VIP pages or our shopping pages, and we say share our shopping page, which is totally beneficial. But the thing with that is when someone shares your shopping page, they only see, can you hear me can you hear me now? Yeah? Okay, I'm gonna mute my notifications so that they're not beeping the whole time. So say I'm asked to share my shopping page. The only thing that will pop up is the link and my Facebook banner. That's all they'll see. And my Facebook banner sometimes set, right now I have a texting service where people can subscribe. But so if someone went to share my Facebook, it would just show that banner. And then people have to actually join. So it's not as beneficial as if you ask them to share a post in your business page. If you share a post in your business page, that's public. So anyone can see it. Anyone can see the whole post. Everyone got to see those pictures of those Christmas leggings. And it drew a whole bunch of new people in. It was crazy. So yeah, I gained 12,000 new people in my VIP page from that one giveaway. And my business page has 45,000 people that have liked it now. Now, I clearly don't have 45,000 people on my shopping page. I have 25,000. But what that tells me is that 45,000 people are now following me on my business page. So usually before I do a sale, I'll take some sneak peeks. I'll pop over to my business page, say, hey, I'm having a sale today. And I'll gain between 100 and 200 people every time I have a sale, because those are people that just never joined my page before. And now they're like, oh, she has, and that's another thing too, like creating hype. So like, I like lay all my stuff out and be like, look, I got 400 new pairs of leggings, or I got, whatever. And people get excited that you're going to have a lot of inventory, or you're going to have new stuff, or you might have what they're looking for. So I do that, and then I get people for my business page. So business page, super, super awesome. You can boost posts. I do that sometimes. Like that Christmas legging one, I didn't need to boost it. I paid $20, I think, and I boosted it. But it will show you like how many people it's reaching. If you boost it, it'll show you how many people it's reaching organically. And organically, that post reached 4 million people, which is crazy. So, and that's just from people sharing. I had like girlfriends reaching out to me that were like, my friends are sharing all your posts. Like, this is crazy. Like friends that she didn't know that knew me, and I didn't know her, but she just shared my post. So, yeah, it was seen by 4 million people, which is super cool. So it just gets your name out there. And I didn't have to do anything. I mean, I gave away 4 pairs of leggings, but I didn't have to work very hard for that. It was just an organic thing because I asked them to share that post. And then I put a little thing at the bottom that said, I'll be posting fun Christmas outfits over the next week. If you want to join my shopping page, join. And 12,000 people joined. So obviously you're not going to keep all those people. I mean, I do lose people all the time, but that's just because they, decide to shop somewhere else, or they try and weed out consultants and that kind of thing. So don't get discouraged if your numbers go down, because that happens to me all the time. Also, I think Facebook is kicking people out that aren't active, because I had 1,500 people leave in one day, and that seems really a lot more than the normal. So that was another thing I want to talk about, was like daily activity. How Facebook works with like algorithms and whatnot is, if someone isn't commenting or posting or commenting on or liking any of your pictures or any of your posts, then you're going to show up less and less and less in their newsfeed. So even if you're not doing a giveaway, even if you're just doing something to get people engaged, for them to like your post or comment on your post, the more that they do that, the more often they're going to see you in their newsfeed. So that's super important, just the daily activity. Even if you're not, even if you're just posting a selfie. I like to take pictures of just like, I cut out my head most of the time because I don't usually always have makeup on. I have 2 little ones and a husband who's deployed, so I don't normally look put together. So I usually do it from the neck down, and it's just like my top and my leggings. And people just love it, and instantly. And sometimes I'll do it in a pair of leggings that are hideous. I think they're hideous. I'm like, I have 10 pairs of these ugly leggings no one's ever going to buy. You put them on and people are like, oh, those are so cute. You styled those so cute. And then they want the leggings you have on. So even just doing fun stuff like that. I know Sydney does a really good job about posting like how to style things, and people love that. So even just some fun stuff like that to get your people engaged, just to even have them like and comment on your posts so that you start showing up more and more. So that helps with the daily activity. I noticed I relocated from California to Washington State, and I took almost 2 weeks off because my husband, we had his 2 weeks before he got deployed, and then the actual driving to Washington. And I wasn't able to post on my page that often. Wasn't very smart about scheduling posts ahead of time, which we can talk about too. There's some really good programs that do that. And I did lose some people because it just wasn't active. So it wasn't showing up. And then when I did show up, they were like, oh, I don't really know this consultant. So you want to have people get to know you. They want to buy from you. And I've really been trying, especially lately, to be more transparent with who I am on my page, so people know me. And people, like the fact that my husband's deployed, we talk a lot about, military families, and now people are, they respond to that, if they find a common ground with you. So that has helped. And people I'll get, messages now from people that are like, you're awesome and blah, 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 and like super sweet, it's because they know me. So that's nice. Other thing I wrote down was giveaways. We kind of talked about with the business page. I do giveaways on my regular page too. Every once in a while, I'll do a giveaway where it's like, add your friend. Those are like hit or miss. You know, sometimes people add a whole bunch of people that don't really want to shop just so that they get entered, and then those people don't shop with you. So I try and like do like just tag one friend or do like a pay it forward giveaway, like, hey, tag a friend who you would love to win a free pair of leggings that you feel like deserves them, and say why. And then it's not like they're just adding a whole bunch of random people. They're adding someone that they know, like personally know. I've seen some consultants that like require you to add like 50 people to get an entry. That's crazy. Like that you don't need to do that, because those 50 people are probably going to end up leaving anyways. But giveaways are good. I do a check-in giveaway almost every time I do a sale. So like an hour before a sale, I'll post like, hey, who's here to shop with me? Comment here, and one of you will have extra goodies in your order. So right there, that shows that not everyone's going to be entered. Only the people that are buying are going to be entered, because you're going to throw something extra in their order. And then you don't tell them what they're getting. And so it's kind of exciting for them. And also you can really give them whatever you want. So I don't know if you guys have ever gone to LularoePromo.com, but they have, you know, all the t-shirts and stuff that say stuff about Lularoe. I always buy the socks. I don't know why, but the ladies are crazy about the socks. So I'll just, you know, buy like 20 pairs of the socks, and I'll throw them in there. You know, every sale, someone will get an extra pair of socks. And then when they open it, they are super excited because they got something, first of all, that no one else really, because we don't sell them. So they're like, oh, I have something special from Lularoe that no one else has. You know, and then they're excited. They got a little extra goodie. And so I usually make it, you know, someone that did spend like over $100 or something like that. So just letting them know that like you're doing extra stuff for them and that they're like appreciated. You know, I've had some ladies that have spent a lot of money, $500, $600, $700 in one sale, which is outrageous to me. I want to reach out to them and say, you need to be a consultant. You're spending this much money on Lularoe. But yeah, so I always try and throw something in extra for them. You know, leggings cost us $10.50. And in the beginning, I know it's really hard to give that kind of stuff away. But it really does go a long way. So I try and do that. I know that another thing, pop-ups, multi-consultant sales, that kind of thing. When I first started, like a lot of people that first start, it's super overwhelming. You're like, first 3 months, I literally just wanted to cry. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I also didn't have a sponsor that was very helpful. So I didn't know anything, like anything. She didn't know how to use Audrey because it was just kind of just rolled out. And so I didn't know how to invoice or add shipping or anything. So yeah, for the first 3 months, I just wanted to cry. And then you kind of get into a rhythm. So if you're in your first 3 months, I don't know where everyone is, but if you're in your first 3 months, don't give up. It does get better. Just work on getting into a schedule. So I worked out a schedule from that like 3 months on. That worked really well for me. And I tried to be consistent in my VIP page. So I'd post there for sale once a week. I really encourage that. To have a set time. It's fun to do like random sales, like, hey, tonight we're going to do an outfit sale, or tonight let's do a quick leggings live sale. Like that kind of stuff is fun, and it doesn't need to be necessarily planned ahead. But to have one day a week where you always post your inventory. I know some people leave it up all the time, so that's different. But if you do have a day that you post, you know, a certain time or whatever, try and stick to it, because there are some people that can't like do the last minute things. And then if you don't have a day that you can do it once a week, then they're like, oh, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be able to shop with Jill because she just does it randomly and I can't plan ahead, and then they end up leaving. So it is nice to have consistency, at least for your customers, so that they know when they can shop with you, at least that one time a week. You know, maybe they can hop on for your last minute legging sale or whatever, and that's exciting too. But having the consistency. The other thing I wrote down was ordering inventory. So that was the thing I posted about a little while ago. I remember, and this is just kind of a recap, but my post said like I was probably like 4 months into Lularoe, 4 or 5 months in, and I probably had like 2,000 to 3,000 people on my page. And I remember thinking like, I don't know if this is really working for me. I wasn't selling like a whole bunch. And I mean, I was ordering 175 items a month because I wanted to make sure I got my bonus check. But other than that, it just wasn't that consistent. And so I had made the personal goal that I was going to try and order 500 items in a month. And I didn't talk to my husband about it because he already thought I was crazy. And so I was like, I'm just going to do it. And I'm just going to go all in. And if it doesn't work, then, you know, I'll wholesale the inventory to another consultant and I'll just leave Lularoe. And then I was like, but the opposite is maybe it'll change my business. And it totally did. I just looked this last month and I ordered 800 items in 1 month and I sold 35,000. So it totally correlates. And I know that, like, especially when you hear it from like upline, you just think, oh, they only want to make a bonus check. They're trying to get you to order a whole bunch of stuff. And obviously that's going to change because it's going to go to sales. But, and that's what I thought too about my sponsor, because she wasn't very helpful. And then, you know, they were always pushing, ordering. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I feel like you're being shady. But it totally changed my business. I, like, from then on, I cruise qualified for the rest of the year. Which, let me tell you, was really hard for me last year. I'm going on the cruise. I'm leaving tomorrow. And, but it was hard. It was a struggle. There was like 1 month where it was the last day of the month and I was like, man, this is it. Like, and it was like the last day to make it for my 4 months in a row. And I was like, it's not going to happen. And I ended up doing like a whole bunch of flash sales and I got it barely by like the skin of my teeth. And then they emailed me and took it away. Because Audrey was down and I had to use PayPal or Square for like 2 days straight. And they were like, you put through too many cash sales. Those probably aren't real, because that's what people do. And that's why they want you to use Audrey. That's because I know people that actually physically did get the cruise taken away from them because they were being dishonest. But so I had to tell them I'll provide you all my Square invoices to show you that they're all legit sales. Like, I wasn't just taking cash from people. And so they gave it back to me. So I got it. But let me tell you, last year it was a struggle to try and do that. And then this year, like, I mean, $18,000 is for a balcony and I did 35,000. So like, I'm already like blown out of the water. So it just shows you how much it can change, that like, even if you do have a couple slow months where you're like, gosh, I don't know, you just keep trucking because the next month it'll be better. And yeah, so ordering inventory. So what I tried to do in the beginning there when I was trying to, you know, I wanted to try and order, you know, at least 100 items a week. So I tried to do 33 minimum orders. Now it's still at 30. So I've been taking advantage of that, but, I don't know if they're ever going to raise it again. I hope not. It's nice. I like that 30 even number. It's just easy for me. But, so yeah, I try to do it 3 times a week. And then I would try and do an extra order to you know, get towards that 500. And the first month I set that goal, I didn't get there. I ordered 425 and I just couldn't order anymore. But then the next month I could, because that 425 items, then I sold all of those, which, you know, in turn could make me order more. So, it really, really does, you know, make a difference. If you don't have the money to order more in the beginning, this is what I did. I was a hairstylist. It was ingrained in you from day one to fake it till you make it. So that's what I did. This is what I did, is I would just order leggings. Now, that's not our biggest seller. Clearly, you don't make a lot of money on your leggings. But what I would do is I would order a whole bunch of leggings, maybe like 5 Irmas and 2 classics. And I would be like, oh my gosh, ladies, I have so much new inventory. You're going to die. Did I have so much new inventory? No. Did they remember because they shopped with so many people? No, they really thought I had a whole bunch of stuff. And then I sold, like, that next sale, I sold like $1,500 or $2,000, and all I had was new leggings and like 3 new tops. But they would buy the other stuff that was old that I had posted last week. So it totally, like, you just have to make the hype. You got to get people excited. I know I've seen consultants that aren't doing as well, and they get on there and they're like, oh, nothing is, like, they just let you know that it's not going the greatest, and like, your customers really don't want to see that. So then they're gonna be like, why is no one buying from her? Maybe she doesn't have very good customer service, you know. And then they end up leaving and shopping with someone else that you know, appears to be a better consultant, even though, you know, you can't really tell that. But so you just have to fake it till you make it. You just have to let them know that, like, you're rocking it, even though there are going to be days where it's not fun. You know, there's times where, now that, you know, I had a lady reach out to me. She's on my, like, team, but not like under me, and not my sponsor, but like, we're in the same team. And she was like, oh, I want to be where you are, you know. And I said, and she goes, I know that you're working hard and your husband's gone and you have 2 kids. And I was like, yeah, I go, it's a huge blessing. It really has been. It's completely changed our life. I go, but on the flip side, there's days that I just don't want to do it. And because when you get, everyone wants what they don't have. And then once you get there, you're like, oh my gosh. So I do have some customers who are just not nice. And, everyone is going to, pick everything apart. And, yeah, it gets bigger. So you think it's crazy now, just wait till you get bigger. But it's huge. Like, the fact that I did sell that much this month, and it is completely life-changing. And it's so funny because when I started doing Lularoe, I found out about Lularoe December, not last December, but the December before. And my friend was like, try these leggings. And then I was like, I think I could sell this stuff. And my husband was like, you're crazy. And I was like, and literally when I started, I was like, if I could just get some leggings for free, like that's all I really want out of this. Like just not have to pay for my leggings. I'll just get leggings for free. And that's how it started. And to see like what it's grown to now, like me and my husband laugh about it because he was like, because I invested, they didn't have packages when I started. I waited 4 days to onboard. It was crazy. I thought that was a long time. But I invested $10,000. We got to pick like, what styles you wanted. So if you wanted Irma's, then you had to buy the whole package of Irma's. If you wanted Amelia, then you buy a whole package of Amelia. But you got to pick what you wanted. It just had to be 300 items at least. So I invested $10,000. And I made that back in 7 weeks. But the positive, I think the reason I did that was because I had such a big inventory in the beginning. So that just goes back to having that inventory. The other thing is, I wrote down, you have to decide if this is going to be a job or a hobby. Either way, if whatever you want it to be is what it can be. So if you want it to be your job, then you have to treat it like a job, and you have to put that time in. You have to put the money in. If you want it to be just a hobby where you can just make some money on the side, then do that, and do that exactly how you want to. You won't have to invest so much money if you don't want to. It won't be as stressful, I guess. It's going to be the same job, but you won't be worried necessarily about hitting these big numbers. But if you decide to make it a career or a job, you're obviously not full-time because some people have full-time jobs outside of it, but as much as you can, then you will have to invest money. You do have to invest money to make money. And that's what I always tell people when they reach out to me about signing up under Lularoe or under me or whoever. I tell them it's not a get rich fast thing. I feel like people join direct sales and they see that Lularoe's flying off the shelves because it is, but doesn't mean you're going to make all that money right away. And that's what I still have to explain to my husband. He was like, oh my gosh, you sold $35,000 this month. Like, we're going to have so much money. And I was like, well, not really. I was like, because now that I have this huge group and I'm selling this amount of money, I need to up my inventory. I need to have 2,000 pieces in my inventory, and I only have 1,200. So I was like, I'm having to do back to where I was in the beginning, where you're reinvesting most of it. So those kind of cycles will happen where you are, selling more, and then you're like, oh, okay, I actually need to take some of that and even reinvest more than I normally would just to replace the items. I need to reinvest more. So, but yeah, so that will kind of decide on how much you're going to reinvest, how much you're going to take for yourself. If you want this to get big and be a job, or if you want to just do it on the side, just to bring in some extra money for your family. Couple other things that I wanted to talk about was like damages and your holes in your leggings. So let's just chat about that. I obviously sell a lot, and with that comes a lot of damaged leggings. I can't even tell you how many damaged leggings I have to damage out in a month. I actually haven't sent any in because I have that many, and I'm just so overwhelmed with how many I have. Does it make me upset? Yeah. Is it frustrating? Yes, super frustrating. But I've used those opportunities. A lot of the people that have gotten my damaged leggings are people that have tried Lularoe for the first time, which of course is like the worst, because then they're like, oh my gosh, like I probably don't want another pair, and they like think they're stuck with them and that kind of thing. And I have just made it a point to be super gracious to them. They'll email me and I'll say, listen, first of all, I'm so sorry. And then I explain the process on why some of them are damaged, which is our brushing technique, which makes them soft. And I say, you must have just gotten, some of ours that got overbrushed and damaged. And I'm super, super sorry about that. And I would love to send you another pair. And I let them pick whatever they want. So I let, like, if you in my next sale, if you find a pair that you love, and I use Shop the Row. And so I go, you claim them through the link, and just in the little note section, say that you need these as a replacement for your damaged pair, and I ship them out to them right away. And then I've gotten so many responses back saying, wow, I'm like, first of all, thank you for responding so fast. Second of all, thank you for being so nice about it. And I've just, you've heard horror stories of consultants not being the nicest. And on the flip side, also, I don't take them back, though, if they're not mine. So I know some people take returns that aren't theirs. I do not, especially because my group is so big, and I feel like someone could take that black pair of leggings and send the photo to every single one of us and get 10 new pairs of leggings. So I just make sure that they actually did buy them from me. You can look that up in Bless by searching their name, or my Shop the Row keeps track of that. So, but yeah, if it's damaged and it's from me, I'm going to take care of them, and that keeps customers with you. Yes, I am eating the cost until I get repaid by Lularoe. But it's worth it in the long run to keep the customer. Most of those customers that I've done that for, have turned around to buy more items and try other things. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about in the beginning what my schedule was. So since I'm so busy now, I don't really do like hostess pop-ups anymore, only because I just literally, it takes me days to Cindy said, my last sale, I sold $10,000. Well, $9,950. My goal was $10,000, and some ladies didn't pay their invoices. But when you have a sale that big, I only have one part-time assistant. I need more than that, but that's all I have. I literally am working all through the night and all through the day, and I have 2 kids and no husband, so I have no childcare, so I literally am working around the clock. So when you have a sale that big, I mean, you can imagine how long it takes to get everything packaged and shipped out to them. And another thing is, I work super hard on trying to get people's orders out within 24 to 48 hours. That is going to make the world of difference to your customers. I know when I was a customer and I bought something, I wanted it yesterday. Like, I bought it today, I wanted it yesterday. And that's how they all feel. They're like, oh, I scored my black leggings, now I want them right now. So I work really hard on trying to get everything out right away. And so when you have like a huge sale, that sale that I had was 330 items. It was crazy. And so I just don't have time to do all the other things anymore. But this is what I did in the beginning, was I would do every week, I would have a VIP sale. I was doing mine on Friday nights. That seemed to work really well. And then I had one multi-consultant sale every week, and also one hostess pop-up every week. So I did them on Tuesdays, and that just worked for me. I know my sponsor, she does a hostess pop-up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, all back-to-back, all 24 hours, 23 hours actually. She does them from 10 a.m. to 9 a.m., 1 hour turnover, 10 a.m. to 9 a.m. That works great for her, but that is stressful for me, trying to pull items and make sure you're not overselling. So yeah, find what works for you. And it was easy for me to fill my calendar because I only had to fill 4 days of hostesses, and it worked for me. You're going to gain new customers from those hostess, so I do recommend having pop-ups. And also in-home pop-ups, I know they're kind of dreadful because you have to carry all your stuff. If you need to start having in-home pop-ups at your house, do that. I don't know if you guys follow Lindsay Wheeler, but she's amazing. And she has her own like house that she does her pop-ups, and she sells like 15 grand every Sunday in home, which is, I mean, let's be real, way easier than everything they're doing on the computer. So that's where I eventually want to go to too. I am currently living in an RV, so I will not be having in-home pop-ups, but eventually that's what I want to get to. So having the interaction in-home is really awesome. I know it's how like the business was built, and I want to get back to that. Now, doesn't mean you need to physically take your inventory anywhere. If you can have it at your house, awesome. If you can just take part of it to an office party or something, anything like that, where people can see and feel the clothes, it really does make a difference. Vendor events and stuff like that. So that's all I had written down my list. I know that are we running out of time? I think we have 8 minutes, so I don't want to go over in case someone has questions. It was a lot, and I talked really fast.
No, you're awesome. Thank you for sharing all your good stuff.
I can't hear you. You're on mute. Is it me?
Can everyone hear me? No? Yes.
Oh, I can hear you. Sorry, I muted my computer, which muted you.
Oh yeah, no, you're good. Thank you so much for chatting with us and telling us what you do and how you involved. Does anyone have any questions? Now's the time to ask if you guys have anything you want to hear from Jill. Anyone? No. I know Sherry's in her first month. Stephanie and Jessica are in the queue. Tammy, are you 3 or 4 months in now? 4 or 5? Yeah, something. And then Leah and Markea, my duo down here, they're in 6 months now? Yeah, yep. And they had, I know both of them who are in the, Tammy and Leah and Markea had their best months this month, right? Everyone has really skyrocketed. And I think, them super being involved with their pages has really helped. I can unmute you guys so you guys can talk if you want.
There you go.
All right, I'll unmute you guys. Okay.
We've been pretty steady since we began. We've pretty much, made around the same amount each month, but this was definitely our best month. And I do think it was because of that fundraiser.
A lot of people want to help the local nonprofits, which is awesome. And, a lot of people are like, oh, Alzheimer's, that's touched my family.
Mm-hmm.
And so they want to donate. So that was pretty awesome. And maybe we can do something for like T-Cross because they do the animal shelter and things that people really, really believe in and really want to donate for, I feel like are really good fundraisers. We sold 106 items at this sale.
Which was our best ever. I mean, before that, I think it was 70 in an in-home pop-up. So it was huge for us.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. I know that all of you guys have been super consistent showing up on your live parties, your weekly sales. It's been really cool to see.
Thank you.
I did a fundraiser once and it was awesome. It was for someone who, it was a personal friend of mine who was a missionary, but having it connected to a nonprofit or a charity is awesome because it's making that personal connection with those customers. They, as women, sometimes you're a mom or you're not, you just feel guilty for buying yourself stuff, and that's how people feel. But they know that part of it's going to a fundraiser, not only are you helping something, you're also getting something and helping yourself feel beautiful. It makes that connection and it gives people the right to buy stuff. Mm-hmm. Gives those moms, okay, I'm going to do this charity and I'm going to get something.
Oh, she's breaking up a little bit.
Signal's weak, I think.
Yeah.
If you have that,
I love the internet.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frozen. Is it me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in the boondocks. So.
Yeah, no. So something I took away from Tammy that she did last month, which was really cool, she did that photo of the day. And she literally did a photo. Leah and Marquette, you guys did it too, right? Did you do it every day or almost every day? Yeah. And I think the engagement on their pages was insane. They all went back and commented to each person back. And it was really cool to see the loyalty between everyone. It was really cool because they got to know you guys, which is cool. So I'm doing it this month, so we'll see.
Yeah, you're going to do it too. We're going to try.
Yeah,
we try our best.
We didn't get to it yesterday for some reason. We forgot that it was a new month, but that's okay. Just because you missed a day doesn't mean you can't pick up where you left off.
Right.
And I thought that Tammy would sometimes do 2 in a day, and I was like, that's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah, I often forgot a day. My bad. But nobody really, I had a couple people message me and be like, hey, am I missing the day? And I'm like, oh no, I missed it. I'll post. So they kind of are really watching you. And I still have to announce the giveaway. I have so many names written down, and I haven't even gone through all the pictures because I decided to write them down, which was crazy, but I don't know how else to do it.
Yeah.
And but since then, people are paying attention to my page. I used to have to invite people to an event. Whenever I do a sale on my page, I will create an event so that people know when it is because it shows up at the top. And I used to have to invite 500 people to get 40 people to say they'll go. And now as soon as I post it, people are joining. Mm-hmm. And I had 30 people join before I even invited anybody. And so people are actually watching my page now, and I don't think they were before. And I think it shows up in people's feeds more often because there's so much traffic on my page. Mm-hmm. And so this last sale that I did, I like Jill was saying, I was like, oh my God, so much new stuff. And I had like nothing, you know, but like you have like, I actually only had like 6 pairs of leggings, but girls were buying old leggings, like leggings that I've had since I first started. And then just like older shirts, because what I started doing too is taking my inventory down, because with my crazy life, I kind of keep it up more of the time, but with Shop the Row, you can take it down really easily. So now that I do that, people forget what I have. And then when the new sale comes out, they're buying my old stuff. So it really does help. And yeah, with the traffic on my page, like I had a really good turnout to a sale with no new stuff. So
yeah, I really like how you did your photo of the day challenge to get everybody like involved with the giveaway at the end of the month and having people comment, because we didn't really do that.
We're totally stealing that. So
she started a trend.
Yeah, the photos, like people, like there was something I saw a long time ago. I don't know if like Jill posted it or somebody posted it, but like nobody watches unless there's a photo. Like, so it's really important like to not just type out a bunch of stuff, but to like put a photo of anything in. You know, word swag was the best investment in the app world, but yeah, it's totally a game changer to add just a photo. And then when it's something of you, like they're starting to see the Lularoe you wear and see that like, you know, you can combine it with other stuff. Like, and you don't have to be wearing like 7 pieces of Lularoe all the time, and show that you're really like personable with it. And like I took it from Sydney. She said that she was always wearing Sarah's in all of her photos, and she started selling Sarah's more. And I started to do that, and I never used to sell Sarah's. Like I sold my first Sarah maybe like a couple weeks ago, and now I'm selling them more. So it works.
Hey ladies, really quick, we have less than a minute, so I just want to take a second and say thank you to Jill. And I'm really glad you got on here. And I'm going to post this recording, since I recorded it, the right URL on YouTube, and then I'll link it to our team pages. So thank you everyone for being on here.
If anyone has any questions for me, you can always reach out. I don't take PMs from my customers anymore because they were getting lost. So I want to leave it open for my team. So if you have a question ever, reach out to me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And then if you have any questions and you don't want to reach out to me like in a PM, just tag me in one of these videos and I'll get you an answer. So if I don't know the answer, I will find it. But yeah, I'm always available. If you're ever struggling, need help, and you don't know